What's going on, everyone? I'm just a typical, average American here today to react to things that really annoy Canadians. So today, I want to continue taking a look at this huge list of annoying things that only Canadians have to deal with. Because I guess, as nice as Canadians are, apparently, even you guys have your limits, right? So let's see. These are some of the things that drive you Canadians crazy, starting with watching the Super Bowl and the commercial breaks feature the same boring loop of Canadian ads every time? Really? Instead of the awesome US Super Bowl ads. What? Talk about something I have never thought about before. Do a lot of Canadians watch the Super Bowl? Obviously, that's like the biggest event on TV for the entire year here in the United States, but I'm sure there's a lot of Canadians that watch like American football and stuff. But yeah, as far as the Super Bowl goes, it's kind of famous for the commercials, as funny as that is. The commercials during the Super Bowl, they cost like millions of dollars to get a commercial. And so the companies make really, really entertaining, really crazy, over the top commercials for the Super Bowl. But I guess in Canada, they can't show those? Because maybe the advertisers didn't purchase the advertising space in Canada, only to display it here in the United States. So in Canada, you get a boring loop of Canadian ads. I mean, at the end of the day, like, I don't know how much you guys are really missing out on. It's not like that amazing. They're ads. They're commercials. They're selling you stuff. It's not that like awesome. It's just like better than normal TV commercials, I guess. But this is very oddly specific. Canadians being annoyed that during the Super Bowl you have to watch generic, boring ads instead of the American, like, expensive ads. You're not missing out on a ton there, but maybe it's kind of cool, I guess. I've never thought about that before. People who don't understand how bagged milk works, so literally all Americans would follow. Canadians are annoyed by every American because I don't think there's any American who really understands how bagged milk works. I've heard of it, like in Canada, as a like, uh, is it? I forget why it is. It's like, is it for recycling, or to the packaging is like more environmentally friendly, or because the size of a bag is like a perfect liter or so. I think it's something like that, but how it works, I don't know how. I would like to see a factory get milk into the bag. That's the part I don't understand. How do you actually get the milk into the bag at the factory? That needs to be on like How It's Made on that TV show, and show me your Canadian secrets. And I kind of understand, but it's still confusing. The whole thing is confusing the more I think about it. How do they sit at the grocery store if they're in liquid in a squishy bag? Is it just like sitting there? Is it just sitting there? Like in the cold section of the grocery store? Just like plopped there in a pile of milk bags? Is that what it is? I guess. Then you like, how do you hold it? Is that weird to ask? And then you get it home, and then you like cut it with scissors or something, and then like how do you pour a squishy bag. How do you like pour that, into your cereal? It is confusing. But apparently, this whole sentiment is annoying to Canadians. I apologize, but I have to be honest. For Americans, the whole thing is confusing. Being unable to find the milk bag opener. The milk bag opener. And you have to use scissors instead. I thought you always use scissors. That's what I imagined when opening. This is great. Talk about some really specific Canadian annoyances that I've never thought about. Is it that bad to use scissors to just cut the bag? I thought that's what you would do anyway. You have a dedicated milk bag opener? What does that look like? What is that? What is it? Oh, wait a minute. Is this it? They actually have a picture. Thank goodness. It's like it's like a razor in a little thing. It's like a letter opener, but for your bags of milk. Is it that much better? Is the experience that much better with this thing rather than scissors? I feel like I'd use scissors personally. Maybe I don't know. Losing this thing would be annoying. If you don't have scissors around and you lose your bagged milk cutter, that would be really annoying. And it looks really tiny, like you would lose it a lot. So you guys make milk a very like complex experience, I feel. Maybe it's just me. Maybe that's just me. But since I'm not used to the whole thing. Living in Quebec and none of the national contests and giveaways include Quebec because of the province's contest laws. Oh, wow, we're getting very specific. This is annoying for people in Quebec in Canada. Because, yeah, Quebec is a very interesting phenomenon. I almost think of it as like another country within the country of Canada. And it has like its own laws and regulations and representatives. And so this is a thing that's annoying for people in Quebec. If you're entering like a national contest or something national, maybe that doesn't apply to Quebec. Wow. That's pretty crazy, actually, because here in the United States, sometimes it feels like we're just 50 different countries put together, but we do have a big sense of like a national unity for a lot of things, and our national laws are pretty comprehensive, but Canada seems a lot more complicated with Quebec and the French and all that stuff. So that's an interesting thing you guys have to kind of figure out. So I could see where that would be annoying for people in Quebec if some of the national laws and rules don't apply to you. But ordering poutine and it comes with shredded cheese instead of cheese curds. Is this like a poor man's poutine? If you dare to use shredded cheese, we're talking about shredded cheese that like you use with tacos, right? Like just the shredded cheese. I love that stuff. Americans love that stuff. We love it. we love Mexican food, especially when Mexican food is really Americanized and not authentic at all. Then we really love it. But anyway, is this a thing? Because I could see if poutine, I've seen pictures with the fries and the gravy and the cheese. It's supposed to be like cheese curds. I even heard that they're supposed to be squeaky or something, whatever that means. So that cheese curds, I'm not very familiar with, but shredded cheese sounds completely different. But it still sounds like it could be good. So sometimes you get poutine with shredded cheese instead of cheese curds. Do they not tell you in advance? That'd be kind of like misrepresentation. Could you sue them for that? I could see this be very annoying if you're expecting one thing. You're ordering food and you expect something, and it's like completely different. That's like if you got a cheeseburger in America and instead of a slice of cheese, it was like shredded cheese. You'd be like, what? What the heck is this? Is not a cheeseburger. Yeah, that'd be annoying for sure if they did. That'd be really annoying. Jeez. Um, Shoveling your driveway and it immediately snows again. That sounds horrible. That actually, uh, here in the United States, for a lot of states, especially the more south that you get, we don't get a lot of snow. So if it snows, it's either one huge like snowstorm thing, snowstorm. For Canadians, you probably wouldn't even consider it a real snowstorm. But the snow comes all at once, and that's kind of it for the year, or there's no snow at all. So I can't relate to this too much. Um, but if you're in Canada and it snows a lot, I could see where this could drive you crazy. Because shoveling your driveway with like a shovel, God forbid, um, like you're sweating even though it's cold, and then it's freezing on you, and like, and I've seen TikToks of people shoveling their driveway, and a snowplow comes by and plows the snow back onto their driveway. That would send me over the edge more than this, probably, because another person is screwing you over. This is like nature screwing you over. You shovel and then it snows again. Yeah, this must be a problem in Canada because it snows a lot more. It's colder. The winter is more intense. Jeez, I don't envy that at all. Probably get a good workout though. Slush. Things that annoy Canadians. Slush. We get, I've had slush. We get slush. Probably not. Whatever I think of as slush is probably a joke to Canadians. You guys probably get piles of slush, which is like, is that worse than ice? Because ice is solid. You can get spikes on your shoes or your tires, or you can get over ice. Slush is a different beast. It's like a liquid ice. So, yeah, even as an American, I can understand that's annoying. Buying a nice pair of pants only for the cuffs to get destroyed with salt stains? Salt stains? What does that mean? Oh, from salt on the ground because of snow. Oh, I was like, what? Are you guys like that dirty? Are you that are your table manners that disorganized that you're spilling salt on your pants while you're having dinner? No, 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 no. No, no, no. I'm sorry. When you're out like walking in winter, and I guess you guys use a lot of salt on the roads to melt the ice. That must be what this is saying. So your pants get ruined by the salt. I assume that's what this means. I hope I'm not just like making this up. That would be incredibly annoying, because you're already cold, already out with your nice pair of pants, your favorite pants, and then they're getting destroyed by the salt. I've never had to worry about that before. It's true. In Canada, you guys really do have to worry about a lot of other things that are really annoying, that I've never even thought about. Like owning a cute pair of shoes. I don't know what that's like. But it's winter, so you have to wear winter boots. Carrying your shoes in your bag and changing into them when you get to work. Really, there is a lot of snow related, winter related annoyances that I've never considered. So there's so much snow, you need to wear boots, because I don't even own a pair of boots, let alone winter boots. Is that like specially for winter? Is that like winter tires, but for your shoes? So you guys have dedicated winter boots. And if you're going into like a job and you don't want to wear big clunky boots, you gotta bring your normal nice shoes and check. That is so annoying. Oh my god. No, oh. I don't know what it is about that one. I'm very simple. I don't like to do a lot with clothing and shoes and changing, and this one would put me over the edge a little bit. Buying winter boots and needing to factor in the cost of protective spray? What? What? There is like Canadian stuff here I just don't understand. What? Why would you spray your boots? Why do you need to spray your boots? What does protective spray do to your boots? Protect them from the snow? I thought they're made to go in the snow. What? That sounds annoying. Extra costs. Just being Canadian costs you more. All this spray. When your sock slides down your foot deep inside your boot. Ooh. Ugh. Oh, that sounds terrible. That I can feel that. Through the screen, I can feel that. Your wet socks slipping down your foot, hanging on your toes in your boot. When you accidentally step in snow with just a sock on, after taking off your boots, and you have to spend the rest of the day with a damp sock. I'm sorry, like in Canada, it's just like treacherous. The wintertime is treacherous. What I'm hearing here is winter and snow is annoying. Mostly based around your footwear and getting wet and slush. When you put your boots on the heat vent, but they don't... You guys have a heat vent? You guys have like a dedicated heat vent for your boots? Is this a thing? But they don't get dry in time for the next time that you need to wear them. You guys have like heat vents for your boots? The last 10 annoying things on this list have all been about your boots. I didn't know Canadians were so annoyed with the winter boots. These must be just driving you crazy. Your biggest adversary is a pair of boots, an inanimate object, but you need them because, like, in order to travel around in the winter and the snow and the ice, but so they are the source of your biggest strength and your biggest weakness, your biggest travesty, struggle. The source of one of your biggest struggle is these darn winter boots. Okay. And I think overheating in snow pants. Overheating in snow pants. That'd be a good problem to have in the winter, right? Getting too hot in the winter? How good are your snow pants that you're getting too hot from your pants? Maybe that's a Canadian thing, because I have never been in winter or snow and thought I'm just too hot right now. Oh my! I've never thought that. Maybe you guys have really incredible pants. I don't. But anyway, I think that's a good place to stop. It's always a lot of fun to hear about how different it is in Canada, and even the things that you guys find really annoying are really fun to learn about, and how different it is, and how you guys think of things really differently. So this was really cool. Anyway, if you enjoyed this as well, feel free to give this video a like or leave a comment with your thoughts on any of these really annoying things Canadians have to deal with. And if you're Canadian and you have experienced any of this, that'd be cool to hear about. Maybe a little triggering as well. That's okay. And if you're interested in more videos like this, me reacting to Canada and learning about Canadian culture, feel free to subscribe for more. And until then, thanks for watching, and see you next time.